Hey guys, it's Gabriella, and I just wanted to do a quick video to show you guys what to do for the webinar tomorrow. Now, just a little word of caution. I'm actually using Webinar Jams, which is different from GoToWebinar. I think a lot of people are a little bit more familiar with GoToWebinar. I'm actually going to be using Webinar Jams, which uses a Google Hangout, which unfortunately can be sometimes a little difficult at times. So I just wanted to walk you guys through the entire process so you guys knew exactly what to expect logging on to the actual webinar. So first and foremost, what you're going to actually do is you're going to be receiving an attendee link. Now, again, these are just test links right now. I'm just running through the process to actually show you guys what to expect, okay? Because again, what I'm trying to do with this webinar is I want to make this an interactive webinar, because this webinar, remember, is not for me. This is for you, okay? If you've gone through the secrets to inboxing, no tech skills required. Simple in terms of the foundations, but I do know that a lot of people are still going through a lot of questions and still going through the materials, and there might be things that are still not clear. So this webinar is really, really for you. And the reason why I did 2 webinars was pretty simple. I knew that the first webinar, chances are you're going to have a lot of questions. And I wanted to give you guys some time to be able to go through all the questions, apply whatever corrections you need to do. And then on the second webinar, if you needed any sort of follow-up or cleanup, then we could do that on the second webinar. But this is how you actually want to log in. And the whole point is to have this interactive so that I can have you guys speak on the webinar, okay? So some people like to speak, some people like to type. I'm much more of a speaker. I'd like to really just be able to talk to people for 2 seconds or a minute to be able to resolve something as opposed to typing something for 20 minutes. But that's just me. So in this case here, you now have your attendee link. You're going to be receiving this in your email. And what you're going to actually do is you're going to click on this link. And in this scenario here, I'm actually just doing an example. So I'm actually just going to do this in Firefox. So you're going to get a request to log in. And here you go. I'm just going to use Abby as a test. And here's a test account. And you're going to actually be logged into the actual live webinar. Now, of course, we're not live here right now, but I'm just going through the process. So here you have a choice now that you can do basically a couple of different things. Now, typically you can either request to speak, or if you'd like, you can also chat if you'd like. So here you go. This is you on the right. Okay. So on the left is actually my control panel. So you'll never actually get to see this. So this is you on the right hand side. So here now I'm going to see you as a request to speak, and I'm going to view that. And I'm either going to invite you to speak, or I'm going to basically, well, I'm not going to ban you in this case, or I can send you a message. But in this case, I'm going to invite you to be a speaker. So now you're going to see here what happens on the right-hand side is you're going to be booted out. So this is why it's extremely important that if you are going to be doing this, I do suggest that you do start with a Gmail account. This way you don't get booted out and you don't have to start all over again. So in this case right now, I'm just going to pause the video for 2 seconds so I can enter in my information. So 1 second. Okay, so I logged in with my Gmail information, and now you're going to get a course, your standard privacy policy. You're just going to agree to it. Okay, you're going to join. And at this point now, you're going to appear on the Google Hangouts. So here you'll actually see it. I'm going to mute that. Okay, so you're going to see yourself here now on the left hand side, as you can see. So this is you. Now, one thing to note that's extremely important, okay? If you do not want to speak, the last thing you want to do is do not press on this leave call. If you leave the call, you're actually going to be leaving the Google Hangout. So do not do that, okay? So here it's asking you for permission. You're going to say continue. Yes. You're going to accept. All right, so there you go. So the permission was granted. Again, do not press that leave call. If you leave the call, you will no longer be on the Google Hangout. So very important. As I said before, what you want to do typically is, if you're still a presenter, what you can do is either, if you're on video, you can either turn your camera off. If you're on mic, of course, what you want to do is mute that microphone and turn off that camera. This way you will no longer be visible. I do also have the option of having you actually of removing that privilege, so I can actually remove you as a presenter. So typically this is what I will do if people are not actively speaking anymore, you want to be removed, I can, or I will actually remove you as an attendee and you'll just go back into regular attendee mode. Sorry, I'm going to remove you as a presenter and you're going to go back into regular attendee mode. And then anytime you want to request to speak again, once again, you're going to go through the same process. Okay, so again, I'm going to get that request. I'm going to review it, and I'm going to invite, and you're just going to log back in again. Okay, so there you go. The process is super simple, very, very simple to do. If you have any questions or concerns, just let me know, and I will make sure to resolve them before we get started. Thank you so much. Goodbye.